Good day, everyone. Today it's December 8th, Monday, 10 a.m. on the dot here in Sydney, which is 7 a.m. on the dot in Hong Kong in the morning, thanks to the 3-hour time difference where Sydney is 3 hours ahead of Hong Kong. I have arrived at Sydney Airport International Terminal 1 to prepare for my flight back to Hong Kong. So I'm already at gate 53, as you can see. The number boarding area is actually just right there behind the blocks. So from where I stay in Sydney, the Via Hotel Potts Point, you could actually take the train from King's Cross to Central, then Central to International Airport. But we realized it's cheaper to take an Uber because I'm traveling with my parents. Like, if you divide the Uber fare up by 3 and Uber you can go directly. So this morning we took Uber from the accommodation to airport. Obviously in the morning Monday morning there is a bit of a traffic, but overall it's quite smooth. So it's checking in at Sydney Airport. You go to aisle H where Cathay Pacific kiosks are at. You scan your passport, then you will get your check-in bag tag for your check-in bag, and also a physical boarding pass. Then you would go straight to the backdrop area. Obviously, again, there's a bit of a queue, but the general process it's quite smooth. So it's going through the customs as well. Now that you do not need to take your laptop out of the bag, the general process was smoother than before. Once you go through all of that, you go, if what I do is go straight to gate 53 where I'm taking this flight. So you might wonder why I'm flying Cathay Pacific again, because I mentioned before it's part of the journey of the multi-city ticket from Manchester to Hong Kong, Hong Kong to Sydney, then the third sector, Sydney to Hong Kong, then Hong Kong to Manchester. So you would have noticed before and later on, all 4 flights I will fly with Cathay Pacific. Although again, between Sydney and Hong Kong, you can also fly Qantas or Hong Kong Airline, but Cathay Pacific has the most frequent schedule, like 4 flights a day, compared to Qantas 2, Hong Kong Airline 1. Even though, so that's why I fly Cathay Pacific. So back to the topic, I'm flying CX162, obviously from Sydney to Hong Kong. Registration B-KQF. It's a Boeing 777-300ER, which has just arrived, but which has arrived this morning from Hong Kong as a CX161. A Boeing 777-300ER. The configuration it's a 343.
CX162 to Hong Kong, paging Nicholas Butler, Joanna Chikova, Ricard De Faria, Sean Hunley, Cam Shing Lau, Mr. White Lee, Angel Nada, David Pope, Joshua Potman, Katrina Ravadilla, Wallace Rutledge, passengers Shu Yi Che, Todd Yukart, Niamil Wedshingi, and Miss Si Ching Yeong. Please see our staff at gate number 53. Thank you.
Yeah, so apologies for the announcements. So yeah, now that my flight actually flies at 5 minutes past 11, which is still an hour to go, and I think the boarding time, as per the boarding pass mentioned, it's 35 minutes past 10, which is just roughly half an hour from now. So for now, I will go to some of the charging area. Will to charge my phone, charge your personal items, whatever you have, then to prepare for my flight here at Sydney Airport International Terminal 1 today, December 8th, Monday morning, Cathay Pacific CX162 from Sydney to Hong Kong, a Boeing 777-300ER with registration number B-KQF. So it's now 11 in Sydney, 8 in Hong Kong in the morning. We have already boarded this Boeing 777-300ER aircraft. I'm at 14C, the 12th row of the second section of the economy class cabin, a bit further back in the middle. And my seat today is 54C and aisle seat. Seat pitch, legroom still 32 inches. I'm 5'10". Seat width is some 18 inches. Here you got the touchscreen TV, which I'm gonna introduce more later on. You get the plugs for your earphone, USB port, and a cup holder like this. The tray table opens like this, fold it in half, move it back and forth, buckle it up like this. You got a blanket, a pillow, that's actual blanket. You've got some storage space for some of my personal items, an in-flight safety card, Cathay in-flight magazine, air sickness bag, and also a menu for economy class passengers. So for today there will be 2 hot meal, 1 lunch, obviously after in the air, and also refreshment or some sort of dinner before landing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Today, December 8th, Monday morning, Sydney Airport International Terminal 1, flying from Sydney to Hong Kong on Cathay Pacific Boeing 777-300ER B-KQF CX162, and I'm at 54C, aisle seat, second economic section of economic class cabin, 12th row in the second section of economic class cabin in this Boeing 777-300ER. I believe our flight will be delayed certainly, because boarding is still in commencing. Apologies for the interruption, because one of the female cabin crew kindly asked me to close the overhead locker because it's a bit heavy, and I'm sitting right in the aisle seat. I'm willing to help to make anything in the journey smoother. So yep, again, boarding is still in commencement. The flight, today's flight, day flight, CX162 from Sydney to Hong Kong will delay certainly. Supposed flight time, departure time, it's 5 minutes past 11 local time here in Sydney. Arriving back in Hong Kong local time 5:30 after the 3-hour time difference, where Hong Kong is 3 hours behind of Sydney.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, flight deck, Captain speaking. My name is Gareth McKetts, and joining me on the flight deck is First Officer Tiago, Second Officer Jimmy. On behalf of Cathay Pacific and my entire crew, I'd like to wish you all welcome aboard the Service 162 from Sydney to Hong Kong. Our flight time today is 8 hours and 26 minutes. The in-flight service manager May and her crew will shortly be showing you a safety demonstration. I recommend you pay particular attention to this demonstration. Additionally, for your safety and to ensure the safety of those around you, that when you are seated, you have to remain seated with your seatbelts fastened. Before I arrival to Hong Kong, I shall do to update you with the arrival information. In the meantime, I trust you enjoy the Cathay Pacific service.
Welcome aboard Cathay Pacific. Please do not hold on. Your safety is important to us, so please take a few minutes to watch the following video as we present the safety features of this aircraft. So or large items into event compartments or to help and landing.
如果你有隨身攜帶手提行李或大型物件，喺起飛降落前，請確保放喺行李櫃裏面。
Please ensure that personal electronic devices are switched off or set to airplane mode. Bluetooth and Wi-Fi function can be used throughout the flight. Use of radios and transmitters is not allowed.
請關閉個人電子用品或調校至飛行模式。飛行期間，你可以使用藍牙同時上網功能，但請唔好使用無線電傳訊設備。
Electronic devices can track your seat. Please don't adjust the seat yourself. Instead, ask our crew for assistance.
如果你嘅電子用品攝在座位裏面，請唔好擅自調校座位，並通知我哋嘅機艙服務員。
Any small items underneath the seat in front of you.
你可以將細件物品放喺前面嘅座位下。
This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking or using e-cigarettes anywhere in the aircraft is against the law.
呢班係禁煙航班，喺機艙任何地方吸煙或使用電子煙都係屬於違法。
Your seatbelt fastens and unfastens like this.
請依指示扣好或解開安全帶。
To adjust it, pull the strap until tight.
需要調校嘅時候，可以將安全帶拉緊。
We also have seatbelts available for children under 2. Seatbelts should be worn whenever the seatbelt sign is switched on.
我哋亦有提供2歲以下嘅兒童專用安全帶。當扣上安全帶嘅燈號亮起，請必須扣好安全帶。
We recommend keeping your seatbelt fastened even if the sign is on, in case of unexpected turbulence.
即使燈號熄滅，我哋亦建議你繼續扣好安全帶，以防遇上危險。
Oxygen masks will drop automatically if needed.
氧氣面罩會有需要嘅時候自動跌下。
Hold the mask down firmly. Place it over your nose and mouth. Adjust to depth and breathe normally. Oxygen will flow without the mask inflated.
請用力拉下面罩，蓋於你嘅口鼻上面，校到合適嘅位置，然後正常呼吸。氧氣袋無需充氣，亦唔提供氧氣。
Ensure that your own mask is fitted correctly before helping others.
請戴好你嘅氧氣面罩。
When departing, have it clear doors for departure and cross check.
其他人。
Your left check-in location is shown on the safety card, which is in your seat pocket.
你嘅衣兜裏面有一張安全指示卡，清楚列明救生衣嘅位置。
Remove the life jacket from the pouch.
先打開包裝，取出救生衣，
Place it over your head.
將救生衣放喺頸部，
Loop the strap around the waist
將腰帶圍住腰，
and fasten the buckle.
並扣好，
Then pull the strap firmly to tighten.
又鎖緊腰帶。
To inflate, simply pull the red toggle down firmly or blow into the tube.
充氣時只需要用力拉下紅色手掣，或者用充氣罐吹氣。
It also has a whistle and a light.
救生衣上面附有哨子、條燈。
If needed, our crew will provide life jackets for children and inflatable cots for babies.
如果有需要，我哋嘅機艙服務員會提供兒童救生衣或嬰兒降床。
And remember, only inflate your life jacket when leaving the aircraft.
請記住，當離開機艙嘅時候，先至將救生衣充氣。
If there's an emergency, or you hear the phrase, brace, brace, adopt the position shown in your safety card.
如果遇到緊急情況，或者聽見 brace brace，請根據安全指示卡做出保護自己嘅姿勢。
In case of emergency, escape path lighting switches on automatically to guide you to the exit.
緊急情況下，逃生路線嘅照明系統會自動亮起，指示你去逃生出口。
Follow the crew's instructions.
請遵照機艙發人嘅指示。
Remove high-heeled shoes and leave all personal belongings in the aircraft.
調校高踭鞋，並將所有個人物品留喺飛機上。
Our crew are pointing out the exit. Please take a moment to familiarize yourself with your nearest exit.
請留意，我哋嘅機艙服務員正為你指示逃生出口。
Going down the evacuation slide. Sit up straight, keep your arms in front of you, and look towards the landing.
使用逃生滑梯時，請坐直，將雙手向前伸直，面望向落地嘅位置。
Once you have exited the aircraft, move away immediately.
離開機艙後，請迅速遠離飛機。
Please take a look at your safety card for what to do in the unlikely event of an emergency.
請查閱你嘅安全指示卡，了解緊急事故嘅逃生程序。
Now that we're almost ready for takeoff, make sure your tray table and TV are put away. Your seat should now be in the upper position and your seatbelt fastened.
我哋即將起飛，請確保你嘅接台、電視已經收好，將椅背校直，扣好安全帶。
Finally, and just as importantly,
最後祝各位旅途愉快。
enjoy the journey.
main meal, one lunch, and then one refreshment. So we get 3 main options to choose from for lunch, and 2 main options to choose from for refreshment. So drinks or beverages, however you call it, as usual, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, that kind of stuff are also available on this flight. So now we are in the main screen over here. So for some reason I choose to start in traditional Chinese. Here, if you want to type something to search, to browse through. And here is the movies. As you can see, the touchscreen TV does move pretty smoothly, and you can choose some different genre to your liking, like Asian, Hong Kong specific, Bollywood, European, you name it. Then here you've got some of the music album. Again, different genre for you to choose from. You've got a kids sector for movie, TV, music album, and game as well. So this is the interactive flight map for this flight from Sydney to Hong Kong. We are still obviously in Australian airspace, somewhere in regional New South Wales. You can try to use the view in the web browser through the aircraft, right angle, top angle, left window, cockpit angle, right window, position, or even night as well. So you can see we are just over somewhere orange in the region of New South Wales. So this is if you want to adjust to the position. So we are flying northwest towards Hong Kong. So these are the basic information for today's flight from Sydney to Hong Kong, Cathay Pacific CX162. Obviously Sydney is 3 hours ahead of Hong Kong. And you can see all destinations that Cathay Pacific fly to: Asia, America, Oceania, Europe, Africa, India, and Middle East. Well, actually there are some more. And also how to navigate the in-flight entertainment system. Right. Then you go to games. And this is the view from the bottom of the aircraft, Boeing 777-300ER. If you need any assistance or information, like arrival information, obviously there's only like Terminal 1 for Cathay Pacific, and also if you're connecting as well, but Hong Kong is our destination, so that doesn't really apply to. So just now, we were given a bottle of water during the flight. That was given after departure during the flight. And if you need any some sort of feedback for you as well, that does apply to you. Okay. So for now, let's kick off the in-flight entertainment system by watching some sort of movies. Which one I should start? out, guys. Yep. So the last extended version. I will go this one. Obviously audio in Cantonese. I'm from Hong Kong. Cantonese is my first language, and I read traditional Chinese, so I'm with traditional subtitle. And for this older version of Boeing 777-300ER, I believe you can't, or you can actually skip the advertisement. Oh, that's like not skip, but just like fast forward, like twice, 4 times, 8 times. Yeah, let me do that again. Twice, 4 times, 8 times, 16 times, 32 times, 2 times. Yeah. So again, you can't really skip the advertisement, but you can fast forward as mentioned or as shown 2 times, 4 times, 8 times, 16 times, up to 32 times quicker. service begin with pack of roasted salt and peanut and your choice of drink. For me, aside, before the main meal for lunch, I'm gonna go something non-alcoholic. So this time, I got myself a cup of orange juice. So finally, lunch is served. Finally, after the snack, the peanut with juice, an hour later, apparently by the time reach 54C, already running out of the first option, which is pork. So, well, I mean, I got the second option that I want anyway, which is the fish. So it looks like this. Comes with salad, bits of biscuit, cheese, butter with bread. You got ice cream pop as well, and for drink, I was given because I chose a can of, again, the Guaido, a craft beer lager again. So the main meal is collected. Cabin light dim a bit dark. Window shade put up as well. I kind of requested, not kind of, actually kindly requested another hot meal option for the lunch. So this time I got the vegetarian pasta. It looks like this, you know, there are a bit of zucchini, pumpkin, not sure it's the red pepper or tomato, but you know, it's still piping hot. I would dive into it as soon as possible to see how it tastes like, because the another option, as mentioned earlier, the pork with rice is already out of order by the time the cabin crew reached my row here at 54C, the 12th row of the second section in the economy class cabin. Okay, if you might wonder why my face look a bit Asian flush, because I just finished my Guailo handcraft beer. So I'm in one of the economy class toilet. I believe there are 4, 2 in the middle, like the first and the second section of economy class cabin between them, and then 2 at the back. So pretty much every toilet, like in economy class, like let alone here in Cathay Pacific, Boeing 777-300ER are the same. The leg room, it's like this, pretty movable as well. I don't know what's this charger for. Bins, tissue. You need to wash your hand wash, hand cream, hand gel, some more tissue as well. There is a coat hook. I forgot to mention, there's also a coat hook in every economy class seat, like in the back of it, and also you can adjust the headrest that I forgot to mention before departure. Another mirror, a handrail in case of turbulence. There is a baby bassinet here, not sure if there are any in other toilet, like in economy class if you're traveling with infant. Obviously where you do your business, and at the end, be considerate, see it, flush it, sort it. According to flight information, we are around an hour and a half landing into Hong Kong, and we are served the second second main meal, which is the refreshment. So I got the chicken chow mein. You got some fruit and a dessert, which is apple cake, some sort of that. Drinks are being served separately. Not to my row yet, but I will definitely order one more round of drink, then after finishing the meal, go to one more round of restroom, then prepare for landing into Hong Kong this afternoon. So I actually pressed the call bell for the drink because the cabin crew seem to have forgotten my row because they just push the drink trolley and then kind of just skip through row 54, so I have to press the call bell. But I have to say the call bell came pretty fast, I would say, like within a minute, which I think is like standard expected for economy class of service. So this time I got myself not alcoholic, not juice, but rather a soft drink, Coca-Cola with ice. To land in Hong Kong. So how do I feel about overall experience on Cathay Pacific Boeing 777-300ER in economy class CX162 from Sydney to Hong Kong? Well, it begins from my accommodation, the Via Hotel in Potts Point. I took an Uber to the airport, which it's better because you don't need to carry your bag along to the station, then take the train to Central from King's Cross, and change from Central to International Airport. But you have to bear in mind, if you take Uber, there is a bit of a morning traffic, but not too bad. So it's the check-in process, not too bad. Print your boarding pass, back tag, backdrop, that's it. Security, it's pretty smooth, I would say. The flight, I would say it's a 90% full, which might have affected the service quality, because I feel like at the meal service it's a bit rushed. Like at one stage I had the second round of drink where the cabin crew almost like skipped my row. I have to press the call bell to actually remind the cabin crew that, well, we haven't got the drink yet, or like some of our main that we prefer were, you know, out of order because many people wanted it. So yeah, service quality could have been better, but overall food, it's all right. Like the fish could be a bit moist, but the vegetarian pasta tastes pretty good for lunch. And for the refreshment, I got the chicken chow mein. It's not too salty chicken, it's just tender as well. And the entertainment wise, it's pretty you know, traditional one, because this Boeing 777-300 aircraft, it's some of the old ones on board, because some of the entertainment system, the option, the movie, TV program, etc. were different from the previous Boeing 777-300ER, like the new one. Overall, it's relatively kind of comfortable, barely any a bit of turbulence. Well, there is a bit just now. Again, I fly Cathay Pacific. It's because of part of the multi-city journey. So this is the third sector after Manchester to Hong Kong, Hong Kong to Sydney, then Sydney to Hong Kong with Cathay Pacific. So that's overall it today on December 8th, Monday, Cathay Pacific, Boeing 777-300ER B-KQF. It's CX162 from Sydney to Hong Kong. My seat today it's 54C, the 12th row of the second section of the economy class cabin at aisle seat. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the video by not only give a like to this video, but also subscribe to this channel and follow my Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter, so you guys won't miss out my other content as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you Sydney, thank you Australia, 2017 to 2025. Goodbye, God bless, and see ya.